what is PR? I mean, if you ask 10 entrepreneurs, you will probably get 10 different answers on what is PR.
We might ask 10 different business owners and they might come up with different perceptions about PR.
True.
And the word perception is very important here because
Yes.
PR is itself creating perception. Social media, if you see, like, social media has a very basic ability to gain visibility. And if you ask what is about a PR, so PR is all about gaining trust.
Most businesses think that PR is more of a vanity coverage.
It actually is adding to your valuation of your brand.
Right.
So that is something you can achieve through PR, which is not achievable through any other means.
Ads or any other means.
Right.
Trends keep shifting, budget keeps shrinking, and who doesn't know? Marketing eats money, time, and patience. But at the same time, brands cannot do without marketing. On Another Dimension by Deepannita Gupta, we try to cut through this noise and get real. Join me in welcoming today's guest on Another Dimension, Saikat Marik.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to my show, Saikat. Saikat is the founder of Indian PR Distribution, Kripo Media, and XYZ Newswire. With deep expertise in bespoke brand engineering, personal branding, and global PR distribution, Saikat has helped businesses of all sizes craft stories that resonate, scale visibility, and build lasting credibility. We'll hear his take on PR, how PR is evolving, and how businesses, big or small, can do to build credibility in today's fast-changing world. Saikat, so let's get straight to the real question. What is PR? I mean, if you ask 10 entrepreneurs, you will probably get 10 different answers on what is PR. Some would say it's public relations, some will say it's press release. So what, according to you, is the simplest definition of PR?
Thanks for having me. Definitely. To your question specifically, when we say about PR, as we definitely say about public relations. Now, there are various things within the public relation itself. Press release is also sometimes abbreviated as PR, but that is not a very traditional way of addressing PR. So let's be very clear that when someone is using PR specifically in the marketing parlance, it's obviously public relation for sure. So coming back to the definition, if you might ask, like what you already have shared, we might ask 10 different business owners and they might come up with different perceptions about PR.
True.
And the word perception is very important here because PR is itself creating perception that I'm trying to just define precisely. Apart from the textbook definition, let's say if you ask me describe PR very simple way.
Yeah.
So it's all about storytelling and through which you can generate credibility and trust. This is the very basic definition we can work with. Now, how it is done and what exactly means credibility or what is storytelling after all, that obviously we can carry on further.
Right.
But at the very basic level, obviously PR is all about creating perceptions about a brand, like how your target audience, your stakeholders, and any third person who is not within your organization is seeing your brand as and trying to influence that.
Okay, that's interesting. But tell me, in the age of social media, when anyone can publish literally anything instantly, why would PR still matter? I mean, isn't it becoming obsolete?
I mean, to be honest, precisely it's contrary. In fact, the requirement and the role of PR in the domain of marketing is getting more crucial, more important. One might say it's like never before. The reason being that the PR is all about creating trust, like I told you. Now the question again comes to how to do that. But before jumping to that, let's try to answer your initial question, what is the role of social media and since social media has a very deep ability to impact
Right.
different marketing objectives, then how PR is so relevant. So social media, if you see, like, social media has a very like basic ability to gain visibility.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ask what is about a PR, so PR is all about gaining trust. Now it may not be that the visibility is always carrying the trust.
Mm-hmm.
So in PR, we in a many sense we use social media obviously as a vehicle
Okay.
to generate the trust, but it may not be always that the social media content, whenever we have a social media content
Mhm.
about a certain brand, that will by default give us the trust that we're trying to build. So there is a little bit overlap between the activities, and if I might say, PR. Normally, when we execute the PR campaigns, we take help of a lot of social media activities in different form. But the strategy behind how the social media is being used, that is definitely belongs to the PR. Like PR uses social media in a certain form. When it's an advertorial activity or maybe an ad campaign, in that aspect also, like, social media can be used in a different perspective.
Okay.
Let me really touch upon a certain perspective about social media, like what social media is, if you ask. Like, so it's basically a user generated content that we call, in the marketing parlance, it's called UGC, possibly you know.
UGC.
So the UGC has a very impact which is every brand is leveraging, and every brand should.
Yeah.
But user generated content being so is something which needs to be used with a proper caution.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say it's about a testimonial.
Mm-hmm.
It can be in favor of your brand, it can be against your brand as well. So obviously, if someone is let's say talking about their experience for, let's say, about a product, let's say, for example, and they're not happy about it, and they're expressing their disgruntlement through a social media a video, or maybe in any form, that is not something obviously business owners want to be perceived as, but that is a fact. Obviously the customer is having a grievance, and obviously we when we say we, I mean as a potential customer, let's say, for that particular brand, we also need to have the understanding of what kind of feedbacks others buyers are having.
Yeah.
But again, from the brand's perspective, obviously brand and like the business owners are not happy about
Wouldn't
it.
want that negative review
So
to come
it's
along the way.
social media, as I've been trying to say, there are different ways in which the social media can be used, and obviously PR campaigns and everything uses social media in a
So
greater
online
extent.
reputation management is a part of
Yeah,
PR?
be it online, be it offline, reputation management. Let's put the management part aside. So let's talk about the reputation itself. So reputation is very much associated with the credibility of the brand itself. So whenever we talk about the credibility of a brand, obviously we are talking about PR. So reputation management, what you've been saying, be it offline, be it online. Nowadays, since the brands are very much presence all across the digital media, be it social media, be it like news media, like the new age media, all. So online reputation management obviously is a very core aspect of it, but it's something very it's a nuanced thing that we need to take care of. That I want to say.
Okay. But most businesses think that PR is more of a vanity coverage. That's often a confusion, if I may say so. And they think, so why pay for PR when we can actually run ads? How do you explain the real value of PR that PR brings, which ads cannot?
I think the best way to approach this particular question would be to have a little bit discussion about what actually is advertisement, what is PR, and what is marketing even. Because these are the niche. It's very essential for us to understand exactly what these words mean before we conclude anything.
Deep. Yeah.
So again, I'm keeping everything very simple form, not a textbook type definition. So marketing, if you ask me in a simple form, it's the set of activities which we do for the brands or brand do for themselves in order to bring a service or a product in front of the potential customers.
Right.
And these includes all kind of activities.
Yeah.
Now specifically when you come to advertorials or ads or maybe ad campaigns, the specificity is that whatever materials, let's say the contents that we're generating, the brand and the brand's team are having complete control on it. Like for example, let's say you are searching for a lifestyle product, for example in Facebook, and some reel is coming up in front of you, which is basically an ad. So if you analyze it, you will see like the exact production of that particular advertorial was very controlled by the brand itself.
Right.
Like from the conceptualization, from the development part, then the final content, and even its distribution also, everything is controlled by the brand.
Yeah.
So this is exactly how advertorial works. I just give an example. So
Right.
platforms may get changed, but the core working of the how advertorials
Ads
work
work.
or ads work, this is how it is. Now coming back to the last word, PR, how it works. So it's all about third party validation, if I might say. Let's say again, let's get into an example to have a better idea. You are searching for a service or maybe a product. For example, let's say you want to buy a Bluetooth speaker, for example, and you are not exactly sure which brand you must go for. Let's say you have a like you have a price range like from 1,000, 2,000 something in between, but you are not able to decide. And why so? Because whenever you are opening any e-commerce application, let's say it's Amazon, Flipkart, you are flooded with different kind of ads.
Right.
You are able to see the options there, but ads are not sufficient enough to convert you.
Yes.
Because you are not able to trust the brand, or you are not getting the trustable brand there. So that particular trust part is missing. So at that point of time, what you will do is you will go to Google or something, and you will search for like which are the top 5 brands for Bluetooth speakers, say for example, and possibly you will try to find something which is appearing in news media. Now why news media? Because news media is a respected media. You might find some blogs as well,
Yeah.
but you're not sure like whether the blog is having enough reputation or enough credibility.
Right.
And when you see something mentioned over there in the media, for example, then it actually influences your decision towards the
Yes.
buying. So combining everything that we have said so far, like the definition of PR, marketing, and advertorial. So as you can understand, advertorials or ad campaigns are very much sales specific activity.
Right.
Like it's very much designed to lead you towards sales.
Purchase decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is what internally we call as a conversion.
Conversion.
So it's a very conversion oriented activity.
thing.
But again, for the PR, if you might ask, like it's all about the perception. Why perception? You might ask, like what you will get by creating the perception. You will get the brand value, and the brand value is basically something which cannot be generated overnight. It takes a lot of time, and then possibly you might ask whether waiting for that much is something that we should be waiting for.
Right.
Obviously, because it pays. For example, let me come up with an example. For example, consider Meta. Meta is a brand, and if you see the balance sheet of Meta, which has the typical assets and liabilities, you will find a parameter which is mentioned as a goodwill for Meta specifically. So last time I checked, it showed the goodwill is an intangible asset worth having value of $20 billion. So what I'm trying to say is it's actually adding the goodwill or the brand value or the reputation, whatever you call it. It actually is adding to your valuation of your brand.
Right.
So that is something you can achieve through PR, which is not achievable through any
Through
other means.
ads or any other means.
Right.
Got it. This brings me to a very customer-centric question. Many customers come up to us with the intention to build their own Wikipedia page. And Wikipedia, we all know that they require non-paid PR articles, coverages. So does PR help in doing that? I mean...
Yeah, it's very pertinent that you
Mhm.
brought up Wikipedia here, because Wikipedia actually is a UGC site. That means
Yes.
the content from the Wikipedia itself, you will find it like user generated at the
Yes.
basic level. But then the second question that might ask, like, then why people are interested in getting on Wikipedia? Because it is not easy for anyone to get on there. And like what you have mentioned specifically, Wikipedia has tons of policies
Yeah.
when it comes to getting featured on Wikipedia.
Yes.
I mean, it's not getting featured, it's like having an article, as they say. So these particular policies orient around certain parameters, for example, notability, reliability. What you have mentioned previously, like non-paid media article that you have
Yes.
said, that is something I can understand, but technically it is said as whether the source that is being cited in a Wikipedia article,
Yes.
that is whether reliable or not. So a quick thing, I think the audiences also might be interested to know that if you go to Wikipedia, you go to search box where you normally search something. If you need to search for anything, you go there and you search for WP, then colon, then RS,
Okay.
the abbreviation of reliable sources.
Okay.
So it will lead to a page. It's a basically internal document where you will get the details of what Wikipedia actually considers to be the reliable sources. So why I'm saying this is just to try to address your question, like whether Wikipedia is something a good vehicle for the brands to promote themselves in terms of PR. Obviously it is, but firstly the brands need to have a good credibility, and I will prefer to put it like this: the brand should be having genuine coverages. When I say genuine, it means like the coverages should be not only in appearance but also in the frequency. Let's say there is a brand which is maybe 3 year old, it's a, for example, but it shouldn't be like the brand is having all the coverages in last 2 months, for example.
Right. That.
So the duration through which the references or the citations have been generated, that should be like just an organic
Spread
brand should be.
over a
Right.
period of time.
So my suggestion when it comes to Wikipedia page creations for brands or maybe individuals is to not proactively try to create anything, because again there is a technical page called what it is like. There is the notability criteria. If you go to, possibly it says WP colon notability. If you go to there, you will find a lot of rules there. What actually defines who? When I say who, it means like it may be a brand, when a company, a non-profit, a significant person maybe. So what are the criteria they need to satisfy in order to have a page over there? So my suggestion will be it shouldn't be a very like over target that I need to be on Wikipedia. Wikipedia page can happen in an organic manner if you are involved in a very genuine and like a very simple and consistent PR activities. Then you might find yourself in a position down the line where you will become eligible for a Wikipedia page, and it possibly will get created as well, because Wikipedia is basically a group of large number of volunteers who actually work there.
Right.
And so there is no way you can pay someone, for example, or something.
Yes.
It's if because look, Wikipedia is altogether a different world. It was created with a certain objective, and obviously at that point of time no one have seen that it was only 2000s when the Wikipedia came into inception. So now it is 2025. No one actually have seen that in 2025 we will be discussing Wikipedia when it comes to PR.
Yes.
But here we are, we're doing that. But my suggestions will be not to have that in an agenda book that we have to be there, because obviously it's understandable why brands try to do that, but let it happen naturally. That is the best way to handle such a objective, if there is any.
Great. So Marik, going back to my last question, PR encompasses a set of activities that builds perception, right? So can that not be done in-house? Why do businesses need to hire a PR firm to do that for them?
I mean, absolutely. If there's no reason why a brand or a company or a firm, I mean, for business owners, they can make it happen on their own. For example, they either can do it in-house, or if they have the expertise or they think they have, obviously they can. There's no such rule like you have to hire a PR agency. But obviously, I would like to take the scope to elaborate a bit further, since you have specifically asked whether there is any reason at all to hire the
Yes.
PR agencies if it is doable in house. So let me try to come up with an example. I think that will illustrate this point a bit further. So one of our clients had a good news that needed to be disseminated. Now there was no debate or any kind of objective evaluation whether the news is good or bad. It was good for sure.
Yeah.
Now they were trying to have the thought like, since the news is good, possibly the news outlets and the media will pick it up for sure, because of the news value. But that didn't happen. So when that didn't happen, they were obviously they were not very happy and a bit frustrated, and they specifically asked, like, how exactly media outlets work. Now this is where we come. We actually know how it works, and let me elaborate why exactly for this client and for many other business owners and other businesses this usually happens. A lot of time what happens is, let's say you have a news, you are approaching the journalist, possibly you know that the journalist is in the right beat, but it may be the case behind the scene that the journalist is chasing a deadline for accomplishing a certain editorial calendar specifically set by the chief editor or equivalent persons who actually take care of the entire like calendar of the media outlet. So the timing was not good, and it was needed to be the approach should have been different. It was needed to be sent to some other journalist or maybe some other media outlets would have been suitable for this one. So the perception that the business owners are getting that the news is good but they are not picking, that is not the problem. The problem is the way they have approached the way they have approached the media houses, I mean the journalists per se. That was not right. Now this identification of the problem is not available to them. They are not even able to understand why this didn't work.
Yeah.
So when it comes to us, it's not always visible to us as well. Like we cannot also say that we know everything whatever is happening in the concerned media houses, but we know what kind of response we should be expecting from the journalist, and if that response is not coming, then exactly what might be the situation, and given that, what could be the probable options going further and how to get things done. One more thing is like there involves certain kind of relationship building, because in the PR, as you know, it's more about public relation after all. So relationship with the media houses, relationship with the journalists, it's a full-time job. Like it's if you see it like as a transactional way, like I have a news, they need a news, let's connect and it will happen. It possibly should have, but it doesn't always happen that way. So I think this relationship building part is the very difficult thing to be done by the businesses. Let's say the businesses are in the service or product business, whatever they are in. So they need to build a team altogether to take care of it.
Core,
obviously their core business should be whatever their product is or the services, and if they want to have their own in-house team, that team should be capable enough of handling these kind of like nuances which are related to PR. In that case, they can do it on their own. Otherwise, obviously, the PR agencies are there for taking care of
the dynamics.
Right.
Yeah.
So that because ultimately at the end of the day, the clients are, and rightly so, they are very result oriented. Like they want to see things getting done. Now, we are there to get the things done, and we know in some cases if some problem arises, what exactly are the paths that are needed to be taken care of.
Yeah.